The Supreme Court has just ruled unanimously that Colorado courts cannot keep you-know-who off the state's ballot for engaging in insurrection, finding that a state cannot make a call that could have a national impact on a federal election. Of course, unless it's about a woman's right to choose, but let's not get into that. What do you all think of this? I mean, is anybody surprised by this decision?
No, and I actually think it was the right decision to make, because it would have, if Colorado had been allowed to do that, we'd have this chaotic sort of process where you have 50 states and some are choosing to put him on the ballot and some are choosing not to put him on the ballot. So that's why this decision was unanimous in judgment. But if you read the dissent by Justices Sotomayor and Kagan and also Jackson, they are saying the Supreme Court went too far here because they answered a question that wasn't before them. The only question that was before this court was, can a state do this? Right? Instead, what they did was they insulated all alleged insurrectionists from future challenges to their holding federal office. And it is a tenet of Supreme Court law. I am a Supreme Court a bar admitted attorney. It says what it does today, the court should have left undone. And we always learn that in law school. The Supreme Court should just answer the question before it. And I had far too much hope that the court would be united in this and not overstep in favor of Donald Trump. And I think what we saw was a court where justices that behaved in a partisan manner, and that disappoints me.
Amy Coney Barrett, though, jumped on that opinion about the overstep of the punishment, that it shouldn't be left then to Congress.
Yeah, she had a concurring judgment.
Yeah, concurring judgment, which I thought was important because we do talk so much about the partisanship of a group of people that should not be partisan. So that was reassuring to me, and of course it was for women that were talking about that part. It didn't surprise me. I'd started to gain faith, as Sonny would tell us, like, this is going to get him, and I was like, But seeing it, I now get the chaos which would ensue, and I think it's important when you don't like the outcome, which I'm not saying I don't, but that you look at the states that you would disagree with and what they could do in turn. Yeah. So I look at a Texas and Governor Abbott. I look at a Florida and DeSantis. If you're okay with Colorado doing this, you have to then be okay with these states doing what we've already seen them do with counter trigger laws.
And when he was running for president, back when dinosaurs were roaming the earth, Ron DeSantis actually at one point said, I'm actually looking at this in Florida now. Could we make a credible case that Biden should be removed because of whatever reason he can come? And that could be happening, as you said.
Looking at the Supreme Court passed this message to Colorado, saying about the election, the 14th Amendment, about the balloting, that they were not going to allow a specific state. It's going to be like all the 50 states are going to do. If they are going to do balloting, everybody is going to do balloting. They are not going to specify some particular state to do balloting, and they specify another state not to do balloting. So they decided that all the states were going to do balloting. Actually, President Donald Trump, which according to the women, they view that was fair, that they did that because it might cause a lot of conflict. Some state will have something else, while some other state will have something else. But they say the Supreme Court went and they did not just end there, but they went and trying to ban everyone who was insurgent at that particular time not to be part of the election, and which to Sonny, who is the part of the board of the bar, she said that was wrong for them to do such a thing like that. They went ahead and they were talking about Clarence Thomas, that Clarence Thomas and the wife Ginny, they got married as conflict of interest. If we all know about Fannie and Willis in Fountain County in Georgia, who for a while they have been having that case, that Fannie case is a conflict of interest because she had an affair with Nathan, which she hired Nathan, which was a boyfriend, and she did pay Nathan almost $1 million for a case that they claimed that Nathan was not qualified. There were other people that were qualified than Nathan, but Fanny decided to pay Nathan, which was a boyfriend, according to the case. And later on, Fanny is being dragged in court as a conflict of interest. But according to Fanny, she did pay Nathan back the money that Nathan spent on her. Fanny claimed that as black people, they save money at home. We could see the dad comes ahead and talk about that he had a confrontation that when Fanny was 6 years old and she was going somewhere with the wife, and they had to stop by the gas station. He needed something for like $10, but when he removed his card because he was a black man, they refused to sell to him. He said he was in Harvard, so we could see that the father went to Harvard, and the father said that black people are used to keeping their money in the bank, in their house in safe. He does not want to be racist, but he has always told the daughter that keep about 6 months of your salary at home. If anything could happen there, you could back up yourself with the cash that you have at home. It will be that you don't have any money because of the situation that black people find themselves into it. So according to what Fanny's father told Fanny, but afterward, they are not still comfortable. They still trying to get Fanny at that fact and say that it's conflict of interest. So the women in their views that if Fanny case is a case of the conflict of interest, what about Clarence? Clarence's case is the same. It's a conflict of interest, and Karen have been married to the wife, Jeannie, so that's conflict of interest, but no one is talking about that. So there's Anna say if Fanny is guilty as a conflict of interest, Clarence Thomas is also guilty. So Sony was trying to tell them that at times they will allow it and they will still come back to the case. Sometimes they might go ahead and live together, but a while the Supreme Court might still come back later, or the judgment can come later on them. So basically, what do you think? Do you accept? Are you in support of what the Supreme Court passed about Colorado, about insurrection, or are you against it? Are you in support of Fanny, that Fanny and Will and Clarence, they are guilty? Let me see your own support on the comment section. Thank you very much for watching. If you have not subscribed, please help subscribe and help share the video. Happy new month. God bless you. Thank you very much for watching. If you have not subscribed, please help subscribe and help share the video. Happy new month. God bless you.